Happy Tuesday, everyone. Today we're going to be going over 25 tips that you must know in GTA Online. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Tip number 1. Did you know that if you equipped either glasses, a mask, or a helmet, you will bring down your wanted level by 1 star? You need to have at least more than 1 star for it to work. So if you have a 2-star wanted level or more, then this method will work for you. Also, your minimap has to be gray like this. It cannot be flashing or else it won't work. I recently found this out this year, which is strange considering the game has been out forever. But yeah, now you know. Tip number 2, if you have a wanted level and you can't get rid of it, all you need to do is grab an RPG and shoot yourself with it, and you'll notice that your wanted level will suddenly disappear. Now this method doesn't work on some missions like the Save Codes mission for the Cayo Perico heist, but most of the time this method will come in clutch. Tip number 3, if you ever find yourself stuck somewhere and you can't escape, open up your pause menu and go to the online tab. Then look for the options tab and then click on this option. And after that happens, you won't be stuck wherever you were before, so you can get back to doing what you were doing previously. Tip number 4, did you know that you can get armor without going to the ammunition store? Well, kinda. If you open up your phone and select the job invite, you'll be able to purchase super heavy armor. Now you can only purchase 1 armor, but it's better than nothing. Tip number 5, did you know that you can immediately bring up the job invite from your phone by holding up on the D-pad? Now this can save you a decent chunk of time since you can avoid having to manually open a job invite, which will take a bit longer. I recently found out you can do this, but yeah, it's pretty helpful. Just hold up on your D-pad and it will instantly pull it up. Tip number 6, the Oppressor Mark II has a top speed of 109 miles per hour if you drive normally though, but there is a way to make it drive a little bit faster. If you hold the right bumper on your controller, you'll be able to reach a top speed of 130 miles per hour. Now that's a 21 mile per hour increase, which means you're driving 16% quicker by doing so. All you have to do is just hold the handbrake for a second and you'll notice that your oppressor will go much quicker. Tip number 7, isn't it annoying when you just bought a vehicle and you have to go through so many screens to back out of the website? Or even better, when you're trying to deposit money and you want to leave the screen, but it takes 10 years to do so? Well, all you need to do is click the triangle button if you're on PlayStation and the Y button if you're on Xbox. Now if you play on PC, I believe the button is P, but that should do the job for you guys. Tip number 8, did you know that you can stay in session without getting kicked out? All you need to do is own a CEO office with the garage update. Walk up to the entrance and after that you should see the options on your screen. Just stay on the screen and you won't get kicked out of the session. Now that is of course if Rockstar doesn't patch this, but as of July 15th, 2025, this method will work for you. Tip 19, I'm sure you guys are tired of the random useless people on your phone contacts. Well, I have a solution for you. All you need to do is open up your interaction menu, then scroll down to the preferences tab. Next, you will need to select the phone contact favorites tab, so do that. Then once you get to this screen, all you need to do is just remove the contacts that you do not want anymore, and it's literally that simple. Now this won't prevent you from getting called by them unfortunately, but it will make it so that they won't be on your phone contacts. Tip number 10, you don't need to spam the run button if you want to sprint. Sometime in the 2020s, Rockstar Games added it so that you can hold your sprint button so that you can sprint. Now if you go to the options menu, there will be an option that says tap to sprint and hold to sprint. So make sure it's enabled on hold to sprint so that you don't need to spam your controller anymore. Tip 11, when you are on the phone contacts, do you scroll through super slow like this? Chances are you do it that way. There's a much quicker way to do it. If you press either the left or the right arrow on your D-pad, you will be able to scroll multiple pages at once, and this will marginally save you a decent chunk of time. So let's say you want to call your mechanic. Well, all I need to do is click the left button only 2 or 3 times, and then we are already at the mechanic contact. I wish I knew this when I started GTA Online. Tip 12, you can instantly stop any land vehicle by doing this. All you need to do is hold down on the D-pad and you'll see this screen. Now, all you need to do here is hover over one of the story mode characters. And then after that, you can let go of the stick. And then when you do that, you'll notice that you'll be on this black screen. So just click the back button and then you'll notice that your car will immediately stop in its tracks. Now for some reason this doesn't really work with the rear door, I'm not sure why. But yeah, if you try it inside of that car, it will most likely not work. Tip 13, if you own a nightclub and you book a DJ for 100K for the very first time obviously, you will immediately receive a full popularity bar, which is actually pretty helpful because if you have a high enough popularity bar, English Dave will not bother to call you, unless you haven't already completed his stupid missions that he makes you do. Tip 14, if a griefer is ever going after you while you're selling your business product, you can either choose to close your game out or you can just find a new session. Now you'll only lose a very small amount of product, which is always better than losing the whole thing due to annoying griefer on Oppressor. I forgot to mention, if you do this for the nightclub sale mission and you find a new session, you'll lose about $100,000. But yeah, like I said before, it's better than losing all of it. Tip number 15. I'm sure some of you guys have already known this button, but probably don't use it. You can throw your throwables, such as your sticky bombs and grenades, while you're aiming down sights, or ADS, by clicking the left D-pad. Now this is very helpful if you have a 5-star wanted level and you want to get rid of all those police vehicles that won't stop spawning. And just remember to click the left D-pad again to make the sticky bomb actually blow up, or else it won't do anything and it will just sit there. Tip number 16. I bet you guys are constantly annoyed with scrolling through the menus over and over again. Well, there's a quicker way to get to the bottom of the screen instead of spamming the down button. If you're at the top of the menu, let's say you want to quit to story mode. Well, just click up on your D-pad and you will instantly go to the bottom. Tip number 17. Always make sure you are fully stocked on your snacks. You can do that by heading over to this location on your map. Make your way inside the dealership and just walk up to this brown table. Then you're going to want to purchase all the snacks. Besides, it's free, so why not? Also, you'll want to make sure that you're fully stocked up on armor, so head next door to the ammunition store to do it. Once you're here, just go up to the counter and get some super heavy armor. Some people tell me that the armor is useless, but it's really not. Since instead of your health being the first line of defense, it will be your armor taking damage instead of your health bar depleting. Tip number 18. If you remove the window plates from your Night Shark vehicle, you'll be able to throw sticky bombs and use your weapons while you're driving. Now the only downside of this is that you won't be protected since the window plating will be removed. So this will be easy to get shot from, which is kind of a downside. Now, this method is helpful if you are in a free aim session, since you will not get locked onto, unless you run into a hacker, of course. Tip 19. If you have tons of weapons in your inventory and you want to hide them since you don't use them, you can walk up to your gun locker and then hide them from your weapon wheel. This will help a lot, especially if you have a ton of useless weapons like a water bottle or a pipe wrench or something. Tip 20. If you're a low level, you most likely don't have access to most of the paint jobs inside of the LS Customs. But if you own an auto shop and you bring your vehicle inside to customize it, you'll notice that you'll be able to access any different reed spray without needing to meet the requirements. As you can see, the lime green was unavailable previously. Now you see that we actually unlocked it somehow. Tip 21. I'm sure you guys have gotten your car impounded from dying from the police. Well, instead of manually running over to the gates and collecting it yourself, you can just call your assistant and click the option that says recover vehicle from your impound. And then you're gonna need to just wait a couple seconds and then your vehicle will magically spawn. Now you do need to own a CEO office for it to work, since you need to have the assistant on your phone contacts. Tip number 22. Let's say you're stuck at the bottom of a building and you need to get down, but you don't want to take fall damage. Well, just open up your job invite and select it as you're about to fall down, and then you're going to want to back out of the invite. Now as you can see, we are not at the top of the building anymore and we didn't take any damage, so try to do this if you don't have a parachute. Tip 23. There's a way to climb down ladders much faster. As you are going down a ladder, just triple tap the X button on PlayStation or the A button on Xbox, and you'll notice that your character will go down ladders much faster. Now this can save you a ton of time. Moving on to tip number 24. You've been running up the stairs incorrectly. If you run up the stairs in first person mode, you'll notice that you run way quicker compared to if you're running up the steps in third person. I found this out yesterday, but I think it's pretty strange considering that you're saving a couple seconds, which is pretty huge, especially if you are a speed runner. Tip number 25. This one will be pretty helpful depending on how long it takes for your weapon to reload. The perfect weapon to test this out, of course, will be the musket, because it has a very slow reload time. Now if you shoot your weapon and then swap back to a different one quickly, you'll be able to skip the reload animation, and that will allow you to shoot the weapon very fast compared to before. Consider checking out this video about the 5 best money methods in GTA Online.